Okay.
Okay.
All right. Can you see me? Can everyone see me? Can you see me, Kara? Okay. Let's see. Can we close that door, please? Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It's Kay. All right, so I'm doing a live stream because I feel like it's easier for me to do this. I had some technical issues, as you guys can see. I was supposed to start at 8, but yeah, this is all new to me. But tonight, what we're going to be doing is talking about some sources where you can get CEUs. As you guys can see, I'm in my classroom right now. Tomorrow we're going to have Gina on the show, okay? So we're going to be out in my new setup, and I know it's been a minute since I did a video, but yeah, we're going to work on all this. All right, so first things first, I'm going to do a little presentation for you guys and talk about different resources you can use to get your CEUs for EMT recertification. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. And if you guys like for me to go live, I could do that in the future. So I'm going to test it out and we'll see how it goes. Okay. All right, so let's go to presentation. Okay, my computer is being super slow. All right, so how to renew your EMT certification, your EMT license, and I'm going to talk about 2 CEUs websites that you can use, and I'm also going to answer all your questions, okay? So first things first, some announcements. So I want to thank everybody for 100,000 views on my video on license positions that you can get your feet in the door. And I'm just super excited about that because I remember when I only had a few subscribers, and then my subscriber count just keep going up. So I'm super excited about that. And I want you guys to like me on Facebook if you have not liked me yet. Like me on Facebook because I will be putting some announcements, and I'm starting to use social media more. So definitely like me on Facebook and follow me on there. As I said, Gina will be live tomorrow. Okay, so she's going to answer all your medical technologist questions. I know you guys like those videos, so she will definitely be on here answering those videos for you guys. All right, and that's going to be tomorrow at 8 p.m. And remember that if you want me to look over your resume, definitely have me do that for you. Just reach out to me, and that's a service that I'm providing. And I do have a new channel and a new series that I'm working on, so stay tuned for that, and I'll leave some links below to my new channel so you can definitely subscribe and stay up to date. All right. Okay, so in order to renew your EMT license, there are a few steps. So step number 1 is you have to keep your CPR up to date. I mean, if you're working, and you definitely will get this for free at work, okay? But you got to make sure that it's updated. It's every 2 years. I recently got mine in, I think, October or September or something, but I recently got mine, so that's good for 2 years, okay? And if you work for an EMT company or if you work at a hospital, this is definitely something that you get for free. And also, you do have to renew with the Department of Health, and that's about $20. And this is how you work, okay? So if you want to keep working, you do have to renew with the Department of Health, and we're going to talk about this in more details, okay? And also, you can renew your national certification, okay? So it's not something that you have to do, but if you do work in EMS, you definitely have to do it. If you work for an ambulance company, if you work for a hospital, you don't necessarily need national certification, okay? The first time, you definitely need it, and we're going to go into details about this a little later. All right. Okay, so you do have to renew every 2 years, okay? All of these things, you got to renew every 2 years, and you got to pay attention to the deadlines because of COVID. Okay, we're going to talk about that, and I'm going to show you the Department of Health website. If you live in Florida, this is really good for you because I'm going to go on the Florida Department of Health website, and we'll talk about that. All right, so you can't use hospital CEU hours. Okay, so if you work in a hospital, you can't use those CEUs that they require you to do for your Department of Health or your national recertification because it's something separate, and they just don't allow those CEUs for the hospital or nationally. All right, so first things first, in order to work, you do need to make sure you have your state Department of Health renewal, okay? You have to have that every 2 years, and you have to have a 30-hour refresher course, and 2 of those hours have to be pediatric emergencies, okay? So you need this updated for work, and they did give a COVID extension, and we're going to go directly to the website so you guys can see that extension. So let me stop. Actually, we'll do that at the end. I'll just complete this presentation first. All right. So what makes a good CEU website? I forgot the U, but what makes a good CEU website? So you got to make sure that you're getting something that's affordable. Okay. There are scammers everywhere. And I have another video going into details about the renewal process. I'll put the link in the description box. But, there's scammers everywhere, so you got to make sure that you're not being scammed, whether it's financially, because some people will charge you an arm and a leg for those CEUs, but I'm going to show you a few websites that are decent, okay? And you have to make sure that it's accredited too, because sometimes you will see those programs, certain programs that try and offer you these courses, but they're not accredited, so they're not going to accept that, and you're just going to be paying for classes that you don't need. So you just got to make sure that it's accredited. And also, you want to look for a program that reports your score to the Department of Health and the NREMT also, because what happens is there's some companies where you have to self-report your scores, so you got to make sure they're reporting your scores for you, okay? Because you may be audited at some point. Now, they don't really audit every single person, but they may choose you. You may be that lucky person. Okay, so make sure that you're completing your courses, and you're keeping records of every single thing, okay? And there are individual courses out there where you can pick and choose what courses you want to take, but that doesn't mean that it will necessarily satisfy the requirements. So you want to make sure you take a course, okay? Just do a renewal course. That way, by the end of the course, you'll have your certification, your renewal completed. All right, so recertifying with the NREMT. So you have to do this every 2 years. So this really depends on where you live, okay? So I live in Florida, so I don't necessarily need to recertify with the NREMT. Now, the very first time I become an EMT, I have to pass the NREMT exam. Okay, so that's a requirement. So once I pass the NREMT, I can start working in my state, but I do not have to renew it every 2 years. Now, if you work with an ambulance company, they will require you to do this every 2 years. Okay, so it just really depends. There's like a lot of different factors. Since I worked in the hospital, I didn't necessarily need to be nationally certified because I really wasn't going to go anywhere and work as an EMT, so I really didn't need it. Okay. And if you are recertifying with the NREMT, you have two options. So option number one, you can do the CEU, and you have to get 40 hours of education. Okay, so before, when we were talking about the state, you only needed 30 hours. With the NREMT, you need 40. So 20 hours national, 10 hours local or state, and 10 hours personal. Okay. And also, you can do a recertifying exam. Okay, so that's another option. If you don't want to do those CEUs, you can take an exam to recertify. All right, so we just talked about this. Do I need national certification? So, like I said, the NREMT is necessary in some states. Like the first time, everyone has to pass it, but after the fact, you don't necessarily need it. And the NREMT is also not a license to work. Okay, so just because you're certified nationally, it doesn't mean that you're certified to work. You actually need to be certified locally. Okay, so you need to keep your state license up to date. That's basically what that means. So that means that every single year you have to make sure that you're renewing it on time every single year, every 2 years. All right, so now to the different sources, okay? So choice one is Gulf Coast State College, okay? And this is where I usually do mine. Okay, it's a community college, it's in Florida, but you don't necessarily have to live in Florida to actually complete this course. It's just a renewal course, it's not hard, and it's only $89, and they report the scores for you. And the good thing is they do send you a certificate once you complete the course. So I usually just stick with this one, but another choice is CE Broker. Okay, and they do have a renewal package for $149, and they report the scores for you. Okay, so I've never used, actually, I think when I was in EMT, I used CE Broker. But I've heard a lot of people use this source and they like it. But I just stick to this one. I stick to the Gulf State College because that is the one that I've always used. It's quick, easy, and it's only $89. All right, so other factors to consider. Okay, so definitely consider COVID. We know it slows everything down and it's really annoying. So just definitely make sure that you are considering that and not waiting till the very last minute. Of course, there's an extension on certain things, which we will look at, but just definitely make sure that, you know, you're doing this stuff on time. And you got this, okay? Just get it done, and I'll leave all the links in the description box, so definitely check that out. Okay, so let me stop this share, and we're going to go to another screen. Okay, let's see. Share screen. Okay. All right, so this is the Department of Health for Florida. So if you want to continue to work, you have to make sure that you are recertifying with the state, okay? Because the state is what's allowing you to work, not necessarily the NREMT after you pass it the first time, okay? So they basically said that they're extending it. If your license expires in December, they're going to extend it until June 1st, 2021. Okay, so that's a long time. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to get this done by December, but I think that most people would forget. So definitely just get it done. All you really have to do is complete the 30-hour refresher course. That includes 2 hours in pediatric emergencies. Pay the fee. The fee is only like $20. Let's see. Yeah, so if you're active, if you're actually using your EMT license, it's only $20. So definitely make sure that you just get this done. It's only $20. Just pay the fee and move on with your life. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to show you some of these sources. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Gulf Coast State College, okay? So this is the website that I usually go to. It's very simple. It's, like I said, it's $89. And the thing about this website is that you can complete the course within 12 weeks. So they do give you a time limit. So definitely get that done within that time frame. And it's really not that hard. So it should not be hard for you to complete this. And you just click register online and it will take you here. Let's see. And you just sign up. And of course, I'm not affiliated with this college at all. In the past, I told myself that I wouldn't share like different colleges and stuff, but I'll put that out there that I have no affiliation with them at all. So yeah, so it says from 3/26/2020 to 12/1/2020. So if it's online, you basically can take it anytime, really. The other source that I was telling you guys about is CE Broker, and this is it right here. Like I said, 32-hour refresher course, and definitely get your CPR done on time. And it's $149, which it's not terrible. And I've never taken their courses. Like I think I did take it actually. I think that's when I worked for an ambulance company. This was a long time ago, but it was free. Like when I worked with an ambulance company, it was free. So, yeah. See, and they also have other courses on here. They have a pandemic preparedness course for EMS personnel. So if you need other CEUs, you can definitely get it here. And I think that's about it for that, okay? I don't know if you guys can still see my screen, but I'm going to go over some of these comments. That was it for the EMT stuff. If you have any questions, definitely leave it in the comments below. So I haven't really been responding to some stuff because I just really been so busy. But let's see. So this person said, let's see, because of lazy nurses, I resigned from my PCT job. They don't want to help while they expect you to do everything. And honestly, unfortunately, you're going to find nurses like that. And it sucks. And they do make your job harder. But I always tell people, just do the best you can. Like you can't control people. Okay, some people are going to come in and do the work and be a team player, and some people are going to come in and be lazy. You know, just don't be that lazy person. Just go in, do the best you can do, and, you know, if you feel like someone is not treating you a certain way, the way you should be treated, then just go to the manager or somebody. But for the most part, I say just do the best you can. And don't worry about what they're doing. You know, if you need help, definitely ask for help. If someone's being lazy, just, you know, ask them to help you out. Okay. And Ken said, what is the best floor to work on as a PCT? This is actually a good topic for a video. But I would say the best floor to work on, well, the easiest floor, I would say it's probably mom and baby, but I don't think they have guys working on that floor. But I would say that's the easiest. Like when I worked in mom and baby, I worked as a flow tech. So I really worked everywhere. So when I worked as a mom and baby tech, it was just the easiest. I mean, there were times when they told me, if you have homework, you could do your homework, because I would literally sit there for hours. Of course, the call bell went off a couple of times, but when you have younger patients, they're more modest. Like the older ones, I feel like, they kind of lost all their modesty. So they'll sit there, they'll bust it wide open and have you clean them. And, it's kind of like they don't have that modesty anymore. But when you deal with like younger women, they're a bit more modest. So they don't want you doing everything for them. They don't want you giving them a sponge bath like some of the older patients. And a lot of what you're going to do for them is probably just like clean up their bed, maybe get some food for them, just like basic stuff, really. So it was always the easiest floor, and they definitely don't like you touching their baby all the time. Okay, they definitely don't like that. So I would say mom and baby is the easiest, and also the observation unit, because in the observation unit, you're basically just doing vitals, and a lot of the patients are walkie-talkie. So you're not doing a lot of, bathing and anything like that. You probably, like I said, with the mom and baby, you probably be changing their sheets, but that's basically it. Changing their sheets, answering call lights, doing vitals, probably an EKG here and there, but that's pretty much it. Let's see. So I'm going to skip over these medtech comments because Gina is actually going to be here tomorrow. So she'll go over those. Okay, so somebody said, I've been hired as an EVS a week ago, and I'm hoping to move up in 6 months or less to CNA. I'm looking for classes right now. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, so this is the video I was telling you guys about that had 100,000 views. Like, that's super exciting. But, congratulations, Claudia. I definitely think you do it. I mean, when it comes to CNA, I think you can even do it online and just do all the required hands-on stuff in person. You do have to do like a practical portion. So definitely get it done. I've seen it. I actually know someone who worked in EVS and became a tech, so it's definitely doable. All right, so let's see. I'm going to read this comment. I'll probably read a few more comments. This one says, Veach said, I have a pediatric care tech job interview this Friday. I've been prepping for it, but this video really helps as well. I will inform y'all if I get the job or not. All right, congratulations, Veach. I'm so happy that this video helped. I mean, like I said, this video, I did not expect to get a lot of views either. So thank you guys for sharing your experiences with me. I really do appreciate it. Someone asked about the pay of a med tech. I'm actually going to leave that one for Gina to answer. Let's see. Let's read two more. Okay, so Alicia Johnson said, to become a PCT, do you have to take the skill part of the exam also? I became a PCT through being an EMT, so I'm not really sure. I really think that you would have to, you have to show that you're able to do, the skills that's required for the job. But I'm not really sure of the exact requirements off the top of my head, honestly, because I became a PCT through being an EMT. So that was like a different process. But we did have to do a skills portion for our in our class. Let's see. The last one I'm going to read is from Tabitha. She said, followed all the tips in here and haven't passed yet. Also can't afford to retest thanks to COVID. Tabitha, that's very unfortunate. I know that sucks, because I've definitely failed exams in the past, but, definitely keep doing those practice questions, find a really good app, because I really feel like that's how you're going to pass the exam. You have to keep practicing. And because I've known people that's failed the NREMT, and what really helped them is doing a lot of practice questions, because you can study all you want, but that information, if it's not applied, it's not going to be very helpful when you're taking the exam. So just, go to a quiet place and just do a whole bunch of questions like you're taking the actual exam, because that's actually going to show you where your weak points are. So definitely keep practicing, okay? All right, so I think that's it for the comments that I'm going to read. Let's see. All right, so let's see. Let me read some comments. All right, so Nathan Art said, that's amazing. Hold on. He said, whoop, whoop. That's amazing, 100K. Wow. Thank you. Ak said, love this. Thank you, Ak. Let's see. He also said, how long does it take to get an EMT license? It takes about 3 months minimum. It will take 3 months, because you do have to do a semester of EMT school. Okay, so if you do it in the summer, which I did in the summer, it took 3 months. And if you do it in the fall, it's going to be about 4 months. So it's just like one semester of school. And then you have to take the NREMT, which is the national exam. So it's really not that hard to get an EMT license. I mean, you do have to put in the work, though. You do have to study. And it doesn't take that long. Let's see. So Mayans on Mars says, what type of math do EMTs do daily? I don't think EMTs do that much math. I mean, you're probably calculating distances from, one place to the other. It's not anything hard. You really don't have to be good at math to be an EMT. If that's what you're asking, you really don't have to be good at math. So you don't have to be a brainiac. All right, so let's see. Are there any other comments? I actually didn't think any of you guys would join this live because this is my first time doing a live, and I know I've been MIA for a little bit, but I think it's going to be much easier for me to do live videos because it takes a lot of work to sit there and edit YouTube videos all the time, and I've just been busy lately. So I'm going to do more live videos, and hopefully, you guys will enjoy it. And I'll start using my studio. This is my classroom, as you can see. All right. Okay, that's good. All right. So Mayans on Mars said, also, should I become an EMT through college or from a private company? Wait, academy. What's wrong with me? Okay, so I would do a college, definitely a state college, because private academies, they can be very pricey and they're not always accredited. Okay, so I've known someone that went to a private academy and it was actually not accredited. So they had to start over. So you got to be careful with those private schools. I mean, you may be able to find a good private school, but it's going to cost you a lot more money. So you want to make sure that you go to a state college if you can, like a community college will be the best because it's cheaper. The community college is the best, in my opinion. Let's see. So it's a Nathan Arce said, thank you. I'm really glad you went live. This was very helpful. Okay, thank you guys for watching. All right, so if you have any last minute questions, I'll wait a few minutes. And and see if you guys have any last minute questions. I know this live is probably going to be a mess, but I'm going to get better. Okay. Any more questions, you guys? And also, I want you guys to tell me what kind of videos you want to see. I'm actually going to post my reality versus expectation of an EMT, and I'm going to post that on Tuesday, most likely, because I have been slacking on here. I know it, but I've just been so busy. Like, I don't want to rush and do a stupid video. I want it to look good, okay? So somebody said, let's see, Mayans on Mars says, oh, okay, yeah, definitely I'll go through college. I was thinking of doing it in the summer. I just have to be 20 to work in my local ambulance company, and I'm 19 right now. So yeah, definitely do it at a community college and just save your money right now. Like, you know, if you can't do it until you're 20, just save your money right now and plan to get that done. So Andrea Rowland said, wait, I'm so sorry. I got here late. I got here late too. Okay. So it's all good. So she said, what is the best way to renew your EMT license? Okay. So you can watch the playback, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to share my screen and show you the college that I use. Let's see. Chrome tab. Okay, share. All right, so this is what I use. Gulf Coast State College, and it's $89. And it really, like, after you're done taking this course, you're done with everything. So they have everything that you need, and they'll give you a certificate at the end of the session. So you have 12 weeks to complete it, but it's really not that hard. And yeah, it's really a good program. This is what I use every single year. There are others. This is another one. It's called CE Broker, and it's $149. Okay. So I think I used this a long time ago. I just don't really remember this thing, but it's $149. So those are the two ones that I went over in the live. Okay. Okay. All right. You're welcome, Mayans on Mars. All right. So do you guys have any more questions? Honestly, I'm thankful that you guys showed up. I was like, no one's gonna show up, but I appreciate my 3 viewers. Thank you, guys. Okay, so Andrea Rowland said, thank you so much. I will definitely be looking into those websites, definitely. And you missed it, but I talked about the fact that I live in Florida, and they extended the time that you have to get that completed. Hold on, let me share my screen again so I can show you. So they extended it due to COVID to June 1st, 2021. So if your deadline is December 1, 2020, they extended it to June 1st, 2021. So definitely check on your state website, Department of Health website. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so as a nurse and physician assistant was learning drug calculations hard. I struggle a bit with division and multiplication. I just forgot them, but I'm constantly studying those currently to be good. Honestly, in medicine, you really don't have to worry about being good at math like that. I mean, of course, during school, you have to make sure that you know those calculations and everything. But honestly, you don't have to be a brainiac when it comes to math and division. Like, it's not like you're going to be not to say you're not going to be using it, but it's not that I don't know a lot of people that are good at math, to be honest with you, that's in medicine. So don't worry about that. Definitely practice it in school, because when you take courses like genetics or biochemistry, if you're going further to be a PA or a doctor, you have to make sure that you do well in these courses. But afterwards, it's not like you're applying it, like you have to be like a brainiac and good at math or anything like that. Just in school, just make sure that you study those things. And of course, only if you practice are you going to get better. So, yeah. All right, so Andrea Rowland said, yes, they extend the deadline here in Texas too. Yeah, I think a lot of states are just extending it because some people don't have access to get this stuff done. They may be having like financial hardship. So, I think it's good that they extended it. All right, so any more questions? And also, if you guys work in medicine, like, how is it with COVID for you guys? Okay, so Myers on Mars said, oh, thank God. For real, I appreciate that. Was literally my only fear in working in medical. I will continue practicing them, but I really appreciate your responses. Yeah, I mean, I'm not great at math either. Like, I'll sit there and I'll study, but it's not like I'm like a brainiac. I mean, I tutor for math, like little kids, but only the elementary stuff, but, you don't have to be super good. Just practice and do well in school. Okay. Let me see the YouTube. Let me log into the YouTube thing. Any more questions? And also, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Like if you just came in, I'll be doing a live with Gina, and we're going to be talking about medical technologists. Her job is a medical technologist, and if you have questions for her, she'll be able to answer those questions for you. Let's see. Okay, so mine's on Mars said, I have a cousin who got infected as a RN, and they are actually back working after fully recovering. Honestly, nurses, techs, all these healthcare workers have been working so hard, and I know a lot of them are drained because, I mean, imagine if you had to be in the hospital, you're putting your life at risk. So people should definitely appreciate your nurses and your techs because they work really, really hard. It's really not an easy job. Like, I think that's the hardest job I've ever had. Seriously, that's the hardest job I've ever had because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of back-breaking work. So definitely appreciate the sacrifices they make, doctors, nurses, techs, PAs, like all these people, because it's really hard work. And also, do you think I should go live more often? Is that something that you guys want on this channel? Because I like interaction. I like when you guys can comment and I can answer your questions right then and there. So if this is something that you guys want, let me know in the comments. Okay. Okay, so Myers on Mars said, yeah, I really look up to every medical worker for real. Yep. It inspires me how hard they work and the sacrifices they make emotionally and physically. Much love to y'all. Yep. Andrea Rowland said, yes, for sure. Next time I'll be prepared with more questions. Yeah, I mean, I'm a slacker, okay? So I mean, I'm trying my best, but I'm doing like multiple jobs, and then, I'm just really trying to make it. I'm trying to be successful, so I really have to just be productive. I'm trying to work as hard as I can, and I'm creating a new YouTube channel, and I'm also tutoring. Okay, so I tutor little kids, and as you guys can see, this is my classroom. So I teach kids in China, and I also create my own lessons, and I tutor children also. So, it's just a lot of work. But, if you guys want to go live, I definitely can do that at least like once a week or once every 2 weeks. We can have a topic. If you guys have a particular topic, you can tell me and we can go over it. So Mayans on Mars said, I would say yes. I think it's good to be more interactive with your community. Yep. And it can help people like me who have questions about things in the field. Yeah, definitely. I just love that I have this channel because it really makes me feel good when you guys comment and I can help you out, because even though I want to be, somewhere else, like I want to be successful and get to my goal. I like when I'm able to do something and I'm able to help other people get to where I've been, so definitely I will be going live in the future. All right. Okay. Any more questions? Or what topics do you think I should do next time? Let's see. Any other comments? I guess I can end at 9. Okay, so mine's on Mars said, I'm not too sure. Maybe some good ways to stop from burning out. I heard that can be a major issue. Of course, because as healthcare workers, imagine having your own issues and then you have to worry about other people's issues also. You're coming into work with your own problems and then other people are telling you about their problems, and when you work as a tech or a nurse on the floor, you have to be everything to these patients. You're not just providing care. You're also being their therapist. You have to provide them with food. Like you're playing so many different roles and sometimes it's not always appreciated. So definitely you can burn out in this kind of profession. Okay, so Andrea Rowland said, yes, I'm struggling to stay motivated, especially with online classes. Honestly, I personally love online classes because I like the idea of, just being able to study when I feel like studying. And, I always love online classes, but I know a lot of people who hate it and they actually started doing bad after COVID because they had to start taking classes online because some people would rather be in the classroom setting and, interacting with the teacher or the professor. and that helps them learn better. So that definitely sucks with COVID. But just keep working on it. And I would say pace yourself. Don't just go in and try to study everything all at once. Maybe do a little bit at a time, so that way you're not overwhelmed. See. So are you guys in the healthcare field, or are you, Andrea, are you a an EMT already? Like, or are you in EMT school? Okay, mine's on Mars said, "Oh man, online classes really had me almost flunking back in March. It was crazy. I adapted though, and I'm getting slightly used to it." Yeah, I think I know a lot of people that just didn't do well, with this COVID thing. It's just hard, and sometimes it's really confining when you have to be in a room and you're in a room all day. I know those kids were going crazy too. It's just not natural. Yeah, it definitely can be a struggle. Okay, so Andrea Rowland said, "I'm a freshman in college and I work as an EMT here." Oh, okay. That's good. I really wish when I was in college, I really wish I became an EMT. I wish I took the course like on a summer break. I mean, I was stuck working at a clothing store when I could have been an EMT. So I think it's good that you're getting started early, especially if you want to, become a doctor, a PA, or a paramedic, whatever you want to do. I think it's good to get started early. So that's really cool. And also, on my new channel, I'm going to be giving tips for college. So definitely subscribe to my new channel. I'll put the link when this thing uploads. I'll put the link in the description. It's going to be more of a channel where I talk about how to become like the best version of yourself. Maybe it's more of a girly channel. I didn't want to put all that material on this channel because this is more medical stuff. So definitely subscribe. It's called A Brand New K. That's going to be my new channel. So I'm going to be working on that. Okay, so 3 more minutes. And also, what topics do you guys want me to talk about, like on my new videos? I'm going to do a reality versus expectation of being an EMT. That's going to be my next YouTube video. So, yeah. Okay, so mine's on Mars says, "Hey, sorry, but I gotta go watch my dog." I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay. All right. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Also, thank you so much for responses and advice. They really help. I'm glad they helped. I hope you have a good night. All right. 2 more minutes. Any final questions? Okay, so don't forget to, let me hide this. Okay, so I want to thank everybody that showed up for this live. I'm going to have it on playback on YouTube. And, I'm thankful for my 4 people that showed up. Actually, it was 5. I thought it was going to be 0. So thank you guys. I'm going to do this more often. So, this is so much easier than me editing a YouTube video. This is way easier. And I'm happy that Gina's going to be here tomorrow because me and her are going to do a video on medical technologists, and she's going to answer all your questions. So we're going to go through all the questions that you guys had in the past, and we're going to answer those, okay? So definitely check us out tomorrow. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Okay, so one final question from AC. Is being an EMT easy? I wouldn't use the word easy, but honestly, I think it was my most fun job. I had like the most fun as an EMT, and I think the reason why was because we got so much freedom. Like when you're in the field, I would be shopping. Like, and I know that sounds terrible, but I remember I was going to Jamaica and I was just like in the store looking for like bathing suits and stuff. And of course, your partner got to be on the watch out, because it was just a very slow day. And, he was there in the truck or whatever, and he had the radio. So, but the thing about it is they let you do whatever you want to do, in a sense. But, as long as you're doing your job and you're doing what you're supposed to do, then you're good. So, yeah, it was my most fun job. What time are you, hold on. What time are you streaming tomorrow? 8 p.m. Okay, so join me tomorrow at 8 p.m. and thank everyone for joining me on this live. And I hope you guys will join me tomorrow with Gina. All right, and I'll link all the sources I talked about in this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.